Well, I got myself an old Mallory vintage dual point distributor. It looks complete. I started taking it apart here. I should have videoed it, but there's a washer and a clip goes right here, and then there's a hold down bracket, and you can take this out. Now these big arms here limit how far this these weights move, and all I'm doing here is checking it. They're both moving freely. They're not stuck or anything. So I just put a little WD-40 down in there. But the only thing I'm trying to do here is make sure that this is all lubricated good. The shaft's all good. I actually wasn't going to take this part apart, but I dropped my little, I got a little circlip right here. You can see it there, and that's the part that holds it together. So I'm going to put a little fresh grease on this, clean out this WD-40 in here, and just lubricate this up, and then I'm gonna start putting it back together. Alright, I dropped that in there. There's a big pin right there. This is the one that gets the little washer that goes here, and this little circlip. Those both go on there, and that keeps it from coming up and holds these two sliding pins. I'll get that circlip on there. Well, since this is all pretty much machined, I just took the rest of the screws out of it. It's not running perfectly true, but it's close enough for what I'm going to do here. And then I'm just going to go ahead and take some sandpaper. Clean this up here a little. You can see what I'm doing, and that's gonna make this all look real nice. I'll just polish it up as good as I can, and that'll be good enough for this. I'll bring it back. I need to use both hands on this. Well, that's a lot better. I'm not gonna get carried away and try to polish it. I just get all of the stuff of it, some of the dirt and rust. I don't care about this stuff that's down inside the motor. And you can see it's got oil holes there. I'll put a little oil in there. And next, that holder goes down in there, and that keeps the plate and everything moving. Next thing is to put in my actual points. Well, these two cap screws here, they go into the breaker point, and they hold that on, and that's all nice and solid. Now I put a little grease in the rubbing blocks and on the hinge point there on the points, so that'll make them move as free as possible. Next thing is our hot wire. It's got a little machine surface on this inside button that goes in a hole. It centers this bolt so it's not touching anything. So right now, that's the way it goes, and everything's turning free. I haven't checked this electrically yet, but I know that it's not touching the sides here. The points themselves are in good shape. I cleaned them up with some sandpaper, and I think they're making good contact. Next thing I'm gonna do is put it in the lathe and rev it up and make sure that it's running at speed. Well, I got it in the lathe here running about 300 to be 600 RPM, and it's sparking good down there. Yep, sparking good evenly. Throw the light on here and see what. Yeah, hooked up the timing light. Show me the 9,000 R. Put it down on two-stroke. We made about 45. I'm 500, so that motor's running about 1,000 RPM, so it'll be an eighth of that. 45 divided by 8. 5/8 or 40, so that's pretty close. And we'll see what the light looks like. Yeah, it's stopping that. Let's see the points. Yeah, see the points look like they're moving real slow right now. But they're not sparking or anything. So timing light's working. And it's firing smoothly. Let's see what we got here. 4,500 divided by 8. Now let's see what let's run it up to 8. There's 8,000. So that should be about 1,000, and that's what it says, 1,000. So it's about 2,000 RPM on the motor. Running real good, real smooth. All I gotta do is get me a O-ring here and put this thing in. I think I'll have my car running here in a little bit. Well, I didn't have the right plug wires. I got a new coil, and I got one good coil wire. I just stuck it in there. And you can see that, but it's sparking. I'm running at 300 RPM, and my jack here says 300. Around 800, sparking good. Good spark. So that tells me my cap and rotor and everything is good. So I put a rubber gasket here on this distributor. It's not the right size. Maybe I'll pull another one off of one of these old distributors here and put two on it. That looks like it'll swell it up enough to keep it from leaking. But anyway, 220. Darn good. It's a steady spark. Don't see any dropouts. We're right around 650. Around idle speed. It's firing pretty steady. Strong spark, and that gap there's 80 thousandths anyway. Let me use a little different plug. Well, I got my distributor in and a coil. This coil here was bad. It was just getting boiling hot and popping and missing, so I sprayed some carburetor cleaner around here, and I've got some kind of air leak, small, but it's an air leak, and it's popping out the exhaust, so it's getting unburned fuel in here somewhere. So anyway, I'm gonna work on this carburetor and see if I can get it cleaned up. That'll be the end of this Mallory dual point video. Well, that didn't take long. I took that off, and I didn't use any sealer on it, but I put shellac on it. That stuff is really good. It's impervious to gas. And I'll do the same with this gasket. I'll go ahead and put that carburetor back on it. And the motor's nice and hot. I'll torque it down good. And I'll just let it set until tomorrow. Let that gasket stuff harden up. Well, I got me another distributor in here. Cheap Chinesium, a different seller. I've got it all hooked up in the lathe, and I've got a heavy duty coil there. I've got my multimeter set up. amps, and it's sparking good there. I'm about 500. Here it's not running. This is about 290. Before they were cutting out around 400 or 500. Still pulling 2 amps. About 1600, 17. Got a nice fat spark. The 1000 is where it quit before. So it's running 1000. And it's sparking good. 150. So this is actually a good distributor. It's sparking smoothly from nothing all the way to maximum. So I'll just have to test all these distributors before I sell them. But here's a good distributor.